Hi, this is Mr. Nazarian. Our lesson objective today, I can multiply multi-digit numbers using the area model. 5th grade standard NBT.B.5. Again, this is going to be a review, so we'll move through this somewhat quickly. 624 times 35. Go ahead and use the area model to solve this. Okay, so let's see if we went through all the right steps. We're going to go through this right now. So first of all, we're going to, by using the area model, of course, we're going to break up each of these factors here by place value. So we're going to break this up into 600. The 624 is a 600 and a 20 and a 4, right? 35 is made up of 30 and 5. So it's called the area model, right? Because when if we wanted to find out the area of this entire rectangle, and it had a length of 624 and a width of 35, we would multiply the two sides together and get the total area inside. When using the area model here with multiplication and breaking it down by place value, we're just breaking up into smaller rectangles first. So a little bit easier to manage numbers. So we have 600 times 300 is going to give us this area, this small area here. So what would that give us? Remember that when we do it this way, we can multiply just this first digit here. Since it's just followed by zeros, we can do 6 times 3, which is going to give us 18. And then we can place as many zeros as are in both of the factors together. So we have 1, 2, 3 zeros in those factors. So that's going to give us 18,000 for 30 times 600. Then we can move on to this rectangle, and it doesn't really matter what order we go in, but again here for 20 times 30, we can do 2 times 3, which is going to give us 6. There is a 0 in this factor and a 0 in that factor, so that means 2 zeros. And then move on to this one, 4 times 30. 4 times 3 is 12. And then there's no zeros in this factor, but there's a 0 in this factor. So because we're multiplying in the tens place, it gives us another 0, right? In other words, because we're moving the 12 over one place value. All right. So then we have for this rectangle here where the 600 and the 5 meet up, 6 times 5 is 30. And no zeros with this factor, but there's 2 in this factor, so I'm going to put 2 more zeros there. Move on here, 20 times 5, 5 times 2 is 10. And then there's 1 0 in this factor, none in that one, so add another 0. And then we move on here, 4 times 5, we can do that because we know our math facts, 20. Okay, what is the last step that I need to do in order to find out the area of the entire rectangle? In other words, to find the product of 624 times 35. We are going to add them up, right? So we're going to take all of the areas of these smaller parts and add them up. And we're going to get a total of 21,840. All right, so we'll work more on that tomorrow, and see you then. Bye.